Hi, I'm Jean Ostrom-Blonigen, the project administrator for the NDSU project.
And I'm Kelly Rusch, the Executive Director of EPSCoR and the Project Director for NDSU and a lead on our Partnerships and Collaborations project element. We're going to speak to you a little bit about the NDSU Collaborations and Partnerships component of the overall Track-1 Cooperative Agreement. To give you a little perspective of why this is such an important component, Track-1s are about building jurisdictional capacity. So what does that mean? Building jurisdictional capacity means increasing the STEM capacity and competitiveness of folks in the entire state, thus called jurisdictional capacity. In order to do that, we have to extend beyond just the researchers who are currently part of the NDSU. We have to ensure that they are able to build better collaborations with other researchers within and outside the state, and also make sure they know how to connect with industrial partners to build sustainability beyond the end of the 5-year award.
So what is a collaboration and why are they important? A collaboration is working together with individuals from another academic institution or individuals that are part of a national laboratory. Now, an academic institution can be within the state, it could be within one of the participating institutions, someone who's not on the Track-1, another state entity or academic institution. It could also be outside of the state, domestic, or outside of the country and international. Why are they important? Because it partners researchers with their peers in looking at what is important in these various industries. A partnership is working with individuals either in a clinical setting, as we are doing within this award, within industry, or within a nonprofit organization, looking for ways in which to build on the sustainability of the project post-project funding. We are working with the National Institute of Health's award, which is the Sharp Hub Award, or the Sustainable Heartland Accelerator Regional Partnership. It's a 5-state partnership between North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, and Oklahoma, looking at commercialization within the biosciences industry. So many of our center members, our center researchers, are also members of that organization, which allows them to learn more about how to commercialize their products. The other way we'll be doing that in year 2 is through workshops. Workshops designed to tell individuals about what the different types of industry agreements, such as material transfers agreements, things that will protect a researcher's intellectual property. We'll also be looking at student and faculty industry internships, doing a workshop on that, and then finally we'll be doing a workshop on partnering with industry and how can that happen for the researchers given the products that they are producing.
So how are we going to work with our researchers to get them ready to engage with industry? Some may say that working with industrial partners and finding industrial partners is easy. Some will say, I don't know where to begin. And so when you look at the spectrum of research, you sit back and say, where are your researchers at a baseline? And so when you look at NDSU, we have researchers that span the entire spectrum. We have some researchers that are engaged in fundamental research. We have researchers that are more applied, and we have researchers that already know what to do and already are engaged with industry. And so we will step back and we will gauge each researcher and where they are and try to help them. So if you're a researcher who has had no engagement with industry, we're going to step back and, as Jean explained, start with what are the different types of engagement we can have, what are the different types of agreements that are out there, so the researchers get a little bit better background at that. And then at the other end of the spectrum, if you're already engaged with industry or you have patents already, you may already know this pathway. And so with those researchers, we may work more on the entrepreneurial side of startup companies. How do you go through and begin a startup company? And so really in terms of how we're going to get the researchers ready is going to be, we're going to have to meet the researcher at their level of readiness, right? And so it's not going to be and cannot be a one shoe fits all. It's going to be more individualized depending on where they're starting right now with their understanding of how to engage with industry, with their understanding of intellectual property and patents and items like that. And so it'll be an ongoing process over the next 4 years of the project, and hopefully by the time we're at the end, we have substantially increased the industrial partnerships, because ultimately that will build better economic development within the state.